Trouble in paradise, eh? Hold on to your toques and maple syrup, folks, because things are getting frosty between Canada and the US. Remember that special relationship everyone's always gushing about? Yeah, about that. President Trump, in his infinite wisdom, has decided to slap tariffs on our neighbors to the north. Apparently, he thinks Canada's steel and aluminum industries pose a national security threat, because nothing says danger like a moose wearing a hockey jersey. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, the dreamboat with the charming accent and the even more charming policies, is not taking this lying down. He's vowed to respond with calibrated but extremely strong measures. Translation? Canada is about to bring the polite but firm smackdown. They've already got a list of counter tariffs ready to go, targeting everything from bourbon to playing cards, because nothing says take that like a stiff tariff on Jack Daniels and a night of Go Fish by yourself. Don't make us annex Maine. As if the tariff threat wasn't enough, Trump also floated the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state. Because apparently, the best way to solve a trade dispute is to just absorb the other country into your own. Trudeau, to his credit, didn't even dignify that suggestion with a response. I mean, can you imagine? Canadians would have to trade in their universal health care for the privilege of paying 3 times as much for prescription drugs. And don't even get me started on what would happen to their beloved Tim Hortons. Instead of joining forces, Canadians are rallying around their own flag, with a renewed sense of patriotism and a whole lot of Buy Canadian sentiment. From coast to coast to coast, Canadians are stocking up on locally made goods, proving that nothing unites a nation like the threat of a trade war. So, what exactly are these tariffs we're talking about? Well, Trump has threatened to slap a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports from Canada. That's on top of the 25% tariff he's already threatened on all Canadian goods, which is currently on hold. And if that wasn't enough, he's also threatened to impose tariffs of up to 100% on Canadian vehicles. That's right, folks. Your beloved Honda Civics and Toyota RAV4S could soon be twice as expensive. Canada, however, is not backing down. They've got their own list of retaliatory tariffs targeting key American exports like bourbon, orange juice, and ketchup. Because nothing says we're serious like threatening to mess with America's favorite condiments. It's a classic case of economic tit for tat, with each side trying to inflict as much pain on the other as possible. But in the end, it's the consumers who will ultimately pay the price. Despite the heated rhetoric and the threat of a full-blown trade war, there are still some glimmers of hope. Canadian officials have been meeting with their American counterparts in a desperate attempt to find a diplomatic solution. And there has been some progress on issues like border security and national security, which were the initial justification for the tariffs. But the real question is, can these two countries, with their long and intertwined history, really afford to let a trade dispute drive a wedge between them? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This tariff tiff is a lose-lose situation for everyone involved, and it's a stark reminder of the fragility of international relations in the age of Trump. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go stock up on poutine and maple syrup before the prices go up. Stay strong, Canada, we're rooting for you, and please don't annex Maine, we kinda like it the way it is.